Yeah, these children now are gone, man. They don't have no sense of direction. They just out there, through, open top, finished. You know, open topped. So hey, I understand this scripture, man. My father, man, didn't play. You know, he had a voice that carried through the house. Like you heard his voice, you got a little little fear in you, man. You know, my father was very austere, man, coming up, man. But you know what? From him being austere, I can say this: never sold drugs, never did a prison sentence. You know, it kept me out of trouble, man. You know, the scriptures speak about them, bow down their neck and beat them in the sides, man. You know. So hey, when I got older, I called my father and I thanked him, man. You know, I called my father and I said, hey, shalom, shalom. I called my father and I said, hey, thanks, man, for being on me, man. Because without that, I was just been a nigga, man. Unguided nigga, you know. It says for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. See, when the Lord chastises you, it's not, it's not for, because you didn't, it was not because of his own pleasure, but it's for yours. Hey, when the Lord get on you, it's for you to correct yourself so you can obtain righteousness, and so that you can, be welcome at the returning of the Lord, man. That you won't be seen as an enemy when the Lord returns, man. The Lord get on you, man, and you're like, man, what am I doing wrong? Something need to change. That's the effect that it's supposed to have. Something got to change, man. I don't know what I did to have all this stuff on me, but something's got to change. That's the desired effect of chastisement, the chastisement of the Lord, man. But people don't see the Lord as a chastiser. So they say, oh, I just had a bad day. No, the Lord gave you a bad day. The Lord brought that effect upon you, man. It says, for they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. It says, now no chastening for the present seemed to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, it says, nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So, you need that chastisement to keep you humble, you know what I'm saying, to keep you on the right path, man. Because without chastisement, you become a reprobate, man. Without chastisement, you become a niggard. And that's a saying that our Apostle Tahar, coined. You got to learn to love chastisement, man. You got to learn to love correction, or love affliction. Because that affliction keep you on the right path, man. It keep you from having a proud spirit. It keep you from deviating from what's purposed to be right in the earth. As far as this truth. In the world, it keep you out of jail and all that stuff, but in the truth, man, it keep you off the path of wickedness and on the path of righteousness. And that's a form of love. I was thinking about this. Out of love comes every other emotion. You can hate somebody because you love them. You could be sad because of love. You could be angry because of love. You could be jealous because of love. Every emotion can be driven by love. So you can't just think of love as happy, happy, joy, joy. Because love can be hate. Love can be chastisement. Love can be strong rebuke. There's not always smiles and joy and happiness. That has to do with love, man. Hey, if you whoop your child because they do so, you spank your child because they do something wrong, that's a form of love. To that child, it's pain. That's an act of love, though. Get this. So you receive that chastisement. So, but that's all a part of your walk in the faith, man. You endure these things, man, so you could attain to salvation. So you can be put on the path of righteousness. You deal with it and you go through it and you just say, well, Lord, Tawada and Salakia, and hey, please continue to be with me. You humble yourself to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and and He'll lift you up, man. But if you get that pride get on your ass, then you put yourself in a bad situation. You put yourself in a bad situation, man. So it's about constantly moving forward and progressing and suffering these things, and continue to humble yourself and push through and push forward. This is a walk of humility, man. The walk of righteousness is a walk of humility. Hey, this world is focused on pride, status. I'm that nigga. I'm that dude. But the walk of the righteous is a walk of humility. Sirach 2 and verse 1, one of my favorites. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. That means correct yourself. Be on yourself, man. And constantly endure the things that's coming at you. Because rest is far and few in this present world, man. We'll get rest in the kingdom, man. This little sleep we get now, this is not rest. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. That means when the time of trouble come, you wait on the Lord, man. Don't just jump out there and do what you think is right. You wait on the Lord, man. Let the Lord deal with it, man. You pray to the Lord. You tarry. You wait on the Lord, man. That's a part of endurance, man. Waiting on the Lord, man. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And you know, like, man, that's something to work on. When you're going through affliction in this life, man, it's hard to be cheerful, you know. But the reason to be cheerful is that affliction that you're going through is making you seek after the Lord, man. You know? Hey, the scriptures say sadness is better than laughter. The sadness of the countenance make the heart better. You know? Because it puts you in the mind to seek the Lord, to get out of that situation, and to pray. You know, you ever notice, you know, niggas, our people, you know, they don't think about the Lord for days and days. Then they fall and break their foot, man. Or you know, they something happen where their child gets sick and they have to go to the hospital. Then they reaching for a Bible. Then they want to pray. You know? And that's why you should joy in your afflictions, man. Because your afflictions keep you seeking after the Lord. If you had all that your heart could wish, it would destroy you. If you had the perfect life on this world, why would you need the Lord for? You know? But your afflictions keep you seeking after the Lord, man. And that's why it's important. That's why it's good for you to endure afflictions, man. You know? It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou change to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. It said, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Hey, we in the times where belief is something that you have to have. It's a must, man. You have to believe in the Lord, man. Otherwise, you finished. You through, man. You smoked. You know? You have to believe in the Lord in these times, man. It says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? For whom did he ever despise that called upon him, man? You know? And that's another thing that affliction does, man. It makes you call on the Lord, man. Affliction makes you call on the Lord, man. And that scripture just said, who has he ever despised that called upon him, man? You know? So, man, you know, hey, you know, we got to continue to hope and pray that the Lord continue to bless us, man, and keep us from these days of evil, you know, that are on the earth, man. We living in a time where, man, hey, we at the end of the last sentence of this place, man. Things are about to really blow up, man. People are not ready for what's coming. You got people that's so focused on going backwards that they don't see salvation in the future. And let's get back to those days where we could do this. Let's get back to where it was normal. Back. How about let's go forward into the kingdom, man? That's what type of mindset you ought to have, man. You know, so hey, with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash, double honor to our apostles, a great millstone. And honor to you brothers out there pushing this truth and love and sincerity. Wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families. Those that change according to the word, calling on the names of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. You know, and Lord be with us, man. Lord continue to be with us, man, and endure. You know, endure all things, man. in faith, you know. Shalom.